sure this is working. What we're gonna do today, guys, is some speed training. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. All right, nice. Check, 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 check. Alright, hopefully that looks okay for you guys. Alright, so what we've got here, guys, is portable launch monitor. Oh, this could be devastating for the program. If we don't have batteries, we might be in a tough spot. We could still do the training. Hey, Squirrel Sniper, what's up, my dude? Alright, so here's the problem. This seems to be dead. So we can still do all the swings. I'm gonna set this up like that. You know what? Give me 2 minutes. We'll see. If I was a AAA battery, where would I live? That is gonna be tough. All right, come on, dogs. Alright, well, that'll have to go on the list. Thanks again. Alright, we're gonna go back and do our speed training. Come on, ducks. Oh, what a nice golden hour. It's just the perfect... Myra Andrade said hi. Hey, Myra. Alright, guys, so disappointing news. Thumbs down all around that we don't have batteries for the swing speed. But, you know, we can still go through the whole process. And we won't have data for this very first one, but we can kind of go through the steps of what it looks like. So, this is an overspeed system called Super Speed Golf. And there are these 3 different weighted clubs, right? They have a light, medium, and heavy. And the whole idea with these is to train yourself, right, to improve, increase the ceiling of how fast you can swing the club. So once I've, started getting loose here, always important to do some warm up, guys. Can hear all the crunching that's happening over here. So what I'm gonna end up doing with these is 5 full speed swings. All right. Oh, it does feel really light. So, like I said, guys, super important to start moving your body. I don't understand your question, Black, but help me understand and I'll give you a good answer. Hi. I know you're a superstar. You're a superstar. You gonna help? You gonna help with speed training? Yeah? You just want to be included? You want to stretch? You want to stretch too? Like this? Or you just want to kiss? No? You just want to kiss? Okay. Hi. Where's your brother? What's he doing? You just want to be included. I know. You don't actually need to do any speed training. You already have enough. Oh, hi. You already have enough speed. Yeah. You're fast. You're fast. Hi. Hi. I know. Okay, that's a lot of kissing. Yeah. You just want to be included. I know, but I don't want to hit you. Where's your brother? You want to go find your brother? Yeah, I know, you're a superstar. You're a superstar. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, that was a rude comment. Shout out to Squirrel Sniper. That was good, good moderating right there. I can tolerate slander of my golf swing or me, but you don't slander a dog. Yeah, because you're the most perfect thing there ever was, right? All right, we're gonna stretch. Come on, let's go find our brother. There he is. Yeah. All right, so this will be a little bit less beneficial than it could be if we did have the radar on, but such is life sometimes. I even have my bricks all stacked up nice for you guys to get that on here. So the idea is with these, right? Oh, the sun is very much in the way. Maybe it's the camera. Is the camera dirty? Oh, that's better. Look at that. Incredible. Oh, silly dog's rolling in the grass. So, another thing that we do with these is we swing them left-handed, so you do your dominant side and your non-dominant side. Which feels really weird at first. As someone who doesn't do anything left-handed. But there is some value, they say, in training both the dominant and non-dominant side. All right, so you do the green, then we're gonna grab the blue, which is the medium, starting to get a little bit warmer here. The good news, guys, is that my body will still recognize the benefits of the speed training, even if we don't measure it. It's not gonna be as cool And we'll have to start keeping track in the next one. But here we go. All right, so 5 on that side. Squirrel Sniper says, I've never thought about training my left-hand swing. Thanks. Yeah, well, it wasn't my idea. It was all these super speed guys. They seem to know what they're doing. I'm like almost glad it's out of frame because of how awful it feels. All right. So, take a quick rest, 60, 90 seconds, something like that. And then we're going with the big boy. This is the heavy one in red. You do this one last. So we're going to train this, and then we're going to go back to the very lightest, the green one. And that's how the overspeed training works, guys. So you're trying to swing as fast as you can, each of these different weighted clubs. And then you get back to the lighter one and you really ramp up the overspeed part, right? We're trying to train our muscles to move as fast as they can. And I'm trying to focus on, you know, speed is number 1, but balance number 2. Trying to swing as in control, but as fast as I can. I got 2 crazy mutts over here who are chasing each other around. All right, here we go. That was good, that last one. Really trying to feel that wide, and then boom. Nick says this is how you gain distance. Yes, this is how I'm working to increase my club head speed. Right, just the raw like amount of speed and force I can put into the club. Go get him. All right, now we go left-handed. This one. All right. So there's our left-handed swings. Those are good. And we're going to get right back in 1 minute to the green. Back on our platform here, and then I'll swing 5 more with my regular driver. Oh yeah, that feels fast. And then go back this side. Hey, DJ's in here. Nip Sauce is in here. What's up, guys? What's up, DJ? DJ, you missed the very end of the streak last night, or the other night. 208 consecutive putts we made. Got pretty crazy. Oh, you won't be able to hear me. I didn't have the mic. Sweating. So that's it, guys. It takes, 10, maybe 20 minutes. It broke because I left. Yeah, probably true. This will be much more interesting when I have the data to tell you, like, hey, that was, we started at 115, we got up to 118 by the end, or whatever it is. All right, so now we'll just try to translate that feeling over to here. Something like that, guys. 208 is dirty, though. Great job. Thanks, DJ. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, it's like, I think it was 92 degrees and 75% humidity today, so we're gonna be lathering soon. But anyway, guys, that's about what it looks like. We're gonna do this every few days. Maybe 3-4 times a week, because your body does need to rest, right? This is about, building muscle strength, and so it's not something you want to do every single day. Give your body a chance to recover and cement those gains that you're working on. Reduce your risk of injury, right? Rest is very important. These dogs are nuts. Look at you. Hey, Sycamore's in here. The humidity is what kills you. Yeah, it really is. It's brutal. DJ says, I gotta get an opinion on mini drivers. So my opinion on mini drivers is, I think they probably are actually a better option for most, like mid-handicap average golfers than a 3-wood. Because the head and the face are bigger, so it's gonna be more forgiving. Right? It's not just like a 3-wood. It's not a club that you should be hitting off of the turf all that often, in my personal opinion. It's mostly like a secondary club off the tee on a day when your driver either isn't working well, or you need to hit it to a distance that, your driver, say you hit your driver 280 yards and there's a creek at 265. Well, if you have a club that goes 260 or 250, that's a much better choice. That's really the use case that I see. What are you guys doing? Look at them just run. You know what? They know. They're like, Dad's phone is in use, so we can be as crazy as we want. There will be no evidence. No, don't dig holes in the ground, please. Hey. Yeah, we don't need to dig holes in the ground. Hey, get out of there, silly. Alright, so we've done our speed training. And now it's time to, I've been doing this caddy drag drill, where you kind of start the club handle back this way, and then you really let it kind of like, to exaggerate the feeling of lag and kind of forcing the club to set. And that's been a pretty cool drill. I've really been enjoying doing that one. Working on some stuff in my setup, right, which is good to check on the camera too, so. Tell you what, guys, this humidity is going to get me. I was thinking about ditching the 3-wood for one. Yeah, I think that's probably a great idea. Your dogs are having a blast. What did you do to straighten out your pad? Oh, good question, Sycamore. So what I did was I just got some more material to fill up the box. And then I cut the mat to fit more flush with the wood. So it's not a permanent solution, right? Like you wouldn't want untreated wood, you know, in contact with the ground for long periods of time. But it's got nice stability to it, right? This isn't going anywhere. You just saw me do a bunch of high-speed swings on here. And the padding is great, right? We've got some gym foam under there, some different mats. It's such an interesting drill. I mean, it feels super weird to like start the club like this, but it really does. It kind of creates that like loosey like feeling in your wrist to let the club. It feels like it really sets, and almost like if you were hammering a nail, right? You would kind of let it like the angle set, and then you boom, right? You wouldn't just push it or that way. Kind of give it some boom. Nip Sauce says, hydrate, brother. I will, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm usually the first one on the hydration bandwagon. Pretty cool drill. And then the setup is just trying to stand a little bit closer to it, right? The strike pattern was getting really, really out on the toe. So just trying to be a little more on top of it, maintain that chest down feeling. Boom. So yeah, this feels really secure, guys. I should make a little video about how I built this. It's just some mats, gym foam tiles, the ones that lock together. And David says, I use my hockey stick for putting and Shooter McGavin makes fun of me. What do I do? I think what you got to do is just play your very best until, a car drives into the announcing tower on the 18th hole and you have to make a crazy putt through the tower. But you'll be ready when that moment comes. You've been preparing for this moment your whole life. So, any workouts you do that help? Good question, Nick. So most of my workouts these days are mobility focused, right? So I use kettlebells and I do lots of, rotational work, a lot of like glute and hamstring stuff, Jefferson curls and deadlifts, RDLs, that sort of stuff, like really trying to make sure that I have a strong base and core. And as someone who's had back issues in the past, I try to do a lot of, to the extent that I can tolerate it, trying to use those muscles, like build the strength in my lower back. I have to be careful with that because I sometimes will overdo it and end up injuring myself again, but I don't think the neighbor's dog likes me hitting golf balls loudly back here. But that's okay. There's nothing I can do about that. But really, golf is an athletic movement, Nick. So if you want to work out, train like an athlete. You got to do squats and deadlifts and bench press and, compound movements. I think we mostly have all accepted that the idea of like you could get too bulky to play golf, or like you're gonna get too big and taut. Like it's just not really true. Hey, Squirrel Sniper, thanks very much for your help. Appreciate it. Is golf part of your career? That's an interesting question, Nipsauce. I would say no, because I don't think of it that way. However, because of you guys and all the support on the channel, the channel is monetized. Like, I'm, now making money from doing YouTube and live streams and answering questions. People send super chats and thanks and all kinds of crazy stuff, which is incredible to me. You know, I truly am like blown away by the amount of support from you guys. So it's not part of my career currently, but I think ultimately I would love to have it be some portion of my career, right? You know, maybe it's 40% of my week I spend filming golf content and you know, playing golf, and the other 60% I'm, you know, doing my regular career. Because I do feel strongly that the work I do, you know, the mission part of it, is important, right? I work in nonprofit, uh, you know, trying to help these healthcare people raise more money, which is desperately needed. So I would never want to give that up entirely, right? Even if somebody was like, hey, tomorrow, you know, Live Golf wants to sign you and all your bills are paid, uh, you know, I still think I would want to spend some of my time like doing that important work. So, but ultimately, yeah, I'd like it to be some part of my career, right? This is really fun. I've had a great time over the last, you know, 6 months since we started, you know, learning how to make videos and how to live stream and, you know, like what's interesting versus what's not. It's been really fun. So if it ever stopped being fun, then maybe I'd be like, well, I don't know. But I love playing golf. I love trying to get better. I love, you know, talking about swing ideas and coaching people and all the stuff that I get to do with this platform now. So it would be awesome to someday be like, oh, it's Tuesday and I'm going to film content and that's part of my job. And I'm thinking of it that way. But we'll get there in time, guys. Like I said, I mean, my goal for this channel was 1,000 subs by the end of the first year. And we're going to hit like 3,000 in 6 months. So, you know, I am really just blown away by how much we've already done. And it makes me super excited for, you know, what's coming next. You hitting balls compared to my 80s rock and roll blaring. There's some great stuff in the 80s, man. Oh, that was out of the toe. That was better. Pretty cool drill. It really, I mean, it's a feeling that's hard for me to replicate otherwise. Because I think for so long my reaction has been to just get to here and be like, boom, time to swing. So actually let the club like kind of do its thing. Nice. That's what I'm looking for, guys. Just that crunchy, crispy, dead nut center of the face contact. Nipsaw says you have a good soul, bro. Thanks very much. Charleston You can tell when you're going to hit off the tie because your hands lag. Off the toe. Oh, okay. What iron is he hitting? This is a 9 iron. We're just, for this drill, guys, or, you know, when I do these little half swings, I like to grab like an 8 iron or a 9 iron and try to imagine myself hitting it like 50 yards in the air. Not 150, not 170, like 50 yards. And when I'm working on technique, you really have to slow things down that much. I wonder if we can tell. Yeah, it feels way better when I think it's just trying to recreate that feeling of like just letting the club float, and then that's where the lag comes from. There we go. And trust me, guys, hitting these shots, this is going to do me a lot more good than making a bunch of full swings and trying to swing at 100%. And I'm telling you, if you're working on your swing, you know, when you're practicing execution, right, which is like go through your whole process, you know, random targets, right? You'd hit a 3-wood and an 8 iron, then a driver and a pitching wedge, right? That's, you know, execution practice, right? But for this technique practice, I do almost all of it. These little chippy swings. Right? Or I'll do drills like this where I'll, you know, force myself into different positions and... Oh. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Charleston Chu said that's a nice little practice setup. Thanks very much. Oh, did we lose it? We dropped everybody. Oh, well, that's gonna happen. Are we back? I can't tell. Can you guys hear me? Check, 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 check. Happy 1:14 a.m. We're still on. All right, sweet. Hey, Tom. What's up, Tom? 1:15 in the morning in Scotland. Shout out to Tom, one of our longtime supporters and moderators on the live stream. Checking us out from tomorrow. He's time traveling. Tom's watching us from tomorrow. We're here today. That's crazy. We did some speed training at the start of the stream, guys. I promise we will. We'll get the batteries back in the radar so that we can get some data and track our progress. That'll be cool. Get a baseline, right? See where the driver swing speed is at. My guess is that like a balanced encore swing is like 109, and if I really swing fast at it, I could probably get to like 115. And we're trying to get 115 up to like 120. 122. That was a good one. Oh, that wasn't hit very good. Nothing interesting happens, don't worry. Struggling to sleep, which I kind of hate. Able to clock into the stream, which I like. How's the new house treating you? Is the doggo settling in well? Yeah, the dogs are doing great. They were just out here racing around, going absolutely nuts a few minutes ago. House is a lot of work, but I appreciate you asking. Oh, I'm hitting all kinds of stuff over here. It's, you know, it's a balance, trying to make sure that I'm still doing things that I want to do like this versus the list of things that need to happen. One thing I have learned, guys, if you ever have children and you have a house, don't let children decide what paint colors to use. I've learned that in the first week of owning a house. I don't even have children, but it was an absolute nightmare to try to cover up the paint that was in this house. The humidity is about 1,000, so it's fun to get out here and make some swings, guys. We had the putter going the other night. We made over 200 5-footers in a row, 208 to be exact. There's a little bit more speed to it. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's try that one more time. Take a peek here. Oh, hold on. Is this gonna work? No, I don't know. Welcome to home ownership. It's not as pretty as it's painted out to be. Oh god, yeah, my childhood home was orange and blue in my room. Now I have a light gray and sisters have bright pink. I've not been playing nearly enough lately, just concerts and music festivals and meeting women, TBH. Well, there's not, you know, those are also good fun things to do. Oops. Yeah, I mean, it looks very similar, but it feels so different to me. Just really giving the club that time it needs. I was wondering how that drill feel would translate to a more full swing, but pretty good. Wait, was that the swing I just made? Tom says, do you ever get distracted by your own tattoos when looking down before swinging, or no, because you've had them for long enough that you're used to it? It's so funny you say that, Tom. I was talking about this with somebody recently about how I don't even really notice that I have tattoos anymore. Like I'll see like heavily tattooed people out in the world, and I'll be like, man, that person has a lot of tattoos. And then I'm like, oh, but I also look like that. So to answer your question, I also like I'll see tattoos on me that I don't see regularly, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool one. Like I completely forgot that was even there. So yeah, no, you 100% forget that they even exist. All right, now I'll do some full speed ones. And then it'll be dark. Dogs! What are you doing up there? What are you doing up there? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, are you a superstar? Are you a superstar? Yeah, look at you. You just want some attention? You just want some attention. Oh, there's another one coming. Look at you, brother. Oh, look at you. Oh, oh, take down. Take down. Oh, hi. I know. Let's take down. Rawr. Hi. Hi. I know you're love. You're love. I know you're crazy, girl. You're a crazy girl. That was a good takedown. Yeah, good takedown. Are you a superstar? Are you a superstar? Do you like your new house? Yeah. Yo, licking. Oh, licking. Yeah, we just got that tattooed. You don't need to lick it. Yeah. Are you gonna help us work on our game? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Doggo, yeah, doggos are great. New tat. Oh, I just got some work on this leg sleeve done. So there's some new shading like all up through here, and that's why it's all red and sore. But to be honest, getting like the lower part of your leg tattooed is a walk in the park. Oh, fractionally out of the toe still. Here we go. I know, it's getting dark. It happened fast, didn't it? Alright, let's try to hit some just good... some good full ones. Some of these golf balls are gonna have to be retired from the hitting area if they keep breaking down. I actually cracked one the other day, guys, for the first time. That was pretty funny. There we go. Just gotta stay in it. I'm coming out of it a lot. Boom, right there. I like that last swing a lot. Let's take a look at that one. It's getting dark. Me sat in a pitch black room. Just some touch-ups, Tom said. No, Tom. Just this leg sleeve had only... It's mostly just lines, and I'd done one session of shading. So it was just another, 3 or 4 hours on that. So filling in some more of this. This is I probably still have another 20 hours to go on all this, right? This is all just line work still on my upper leg, and there's, we haven't got color yet. So most of the black and now the gray down here is done, and then color will start coming in. But the upper leg's probably another 10 hours, and I would guess it's like 8 or 10 down here, so it's gonna sound really stupid, but you don't think about it regularly, but legs are much, much bigger than arms. So covering a leg in tattoos just takes much longer. Sycamore says, I've never gotten a tat, mainly because my mind always changes about what I like. I hate to get something I wouldn't like later down the road. Well, Sycamore, as someone who has been collecting tattoos for quite a long time now, I've had tattoos that I came to not like, and then what I did was I got them lasered, and then I got them tattooed over. So they tell you it's permanent, and you should think of it that way, but it's not really. The laser stuff is pretty good, although getting lasered is, I don't know, 5 times more painful than getting tattooed. Getting lasered sucks. I hated doing laser. Wow, look at the pretty cotton candy pink sunset over there. I don't know if you guys can see it from there. That was so crunchy. That was hitting nice. There we go. It's just staying in it. For me, like that feeling of keeping my chest down through the hit when I do it right feels so good. And I guess that is progress, right? I'm learning to identify when I don't do it, when I do kind of lift up. I get those, it's either a thin strike or a toe strike. Remember when I said I was almost done hitting? Well, dog, don't eat grass and you won't have to cough. Yeah. All right, let's not eat the grass. You're okay. Yeah. Did you get it all? Okay. Hey, don't dig up the yard. I mean, you can, but... Man, when it's good, it feels really, really good. I mean, that's solid right there. To me, it feels like I'm like letting the club hang there forever, but it's not. It's just transitioning. That's so funny. Feel versus real is crazy. Shit's expensive, says Tom. Have you ever hit a ball over the net? Knock on wood. No, we have not missed the net. We're not going to either. I don't think we're ever going to miss the net. I'm just going to speak it into existence. That was flushed. Welcome to Flush City. Population, maybe you. Alright guys, one more swing for tonight. Let's make it a good one. Maybe we'll keep the stream going. Actually, you guys tell me. Do you want me to keep the stream going and we'll go inside and do some putting now that it's dark? I'm gonna have to get these dogs inside soon. They keep digging up the yard. What do you guys think? That was fun. That was hit so good, guys. Clocking out for the night. Have a good rest of the stream. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, my dude. I'm very much not a resident. Just got to give it time, dude. You ever felt the warm embrace of a femboy? I haven't, but I'm sure they're out there for somebody. Hey, dog. That is a big hole. Yeah, we can't have people, you know, breaking their ankles in here. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. A couple more swings and then it's actually going to be dark. It's going to be very subtle, but what I can really tell... Sly says, I just got here. I'm sticking around. Shout out to Sly. Let's look at this swing. I like it. I like that swing a lot. Yeah, interesting. Just the feel versus real is crazy. How's the 2x4 working? Good question, Sly. It's working great. This was the setup from the old spot. And we're able to repurpose some things, get it going. The main thing I'm dealing with now is very minor. Our radar ran out of juice, so we've got no batteries in our radar. But that's okay, we're gonna get that sorted and fixed for the next speed training session. Probably try to do that tomorrow. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. But stay tuned and see. Maybe we'll pop back on the putting green. Keep those notifications on. Tristan, really quick, I'll answer your question. Any tips on keeping your left arm straighter? I think, again, it's understanding, like, what in the golf swing do we want to accomplish that causes our left arm to be straight, right? And we're trying to create width. We're trying to create speed, and, you know, the club needs to travel on a wide arc to do that, right? So a drill, an easy one that you can do, right, is, you know, hold your arms out in front of you. Take your right arm under, and you're going to kind of hold it with your wrist to wrist, like this. And then as you turn back, right, you'll notice that the pressure from this right arm is going to keep that left arm from wanting to straighten, or bend, I should say, right? It's not going to want to do this. It's going to hold it out, and you can just do some drills, you know, practicing that way. Another easy one you can do that's really good, I'm not gonna be able to do it, but grab a towel, do the towel drill, put a towel under your armpits, and then make some 3/4 swings, just really trying to feel that connection. Don't let that towel fall from under your arms, right? So when you swing, you'll keep the towel under your armpits, and that left arm should stay nice and straight. So give that a try. And thank you guys for being here. We will see you next time. / maybe in just a few minutes.